Well, good morning, y'all. Brett with Swafford Homestead. Out enjoying this good, cool morning. I understand we got some heat coming next week. This morning I was doing the last fertilization on the corn, or laying by the corn. See, I've got a trench dug, and you can see the little white. That's ammonium sulfate. I didn't attempt to run the camera and try to push plow, so I took push plow and show you on this ditch. They ain't got nothing in it. I just took the push plow wheel hole. They call it different things. It's push plow here. Dug a little trench all the way down outside where I think the roots would be, right on the edge. You don't want to dig your corn up now. And I went back and I sprinkled ammonium sulfate, which is nitrogen. Used to get ammonium nitrate when I first started gardening. Even as a kid we got ammonium nitrate, but things happened, and they regulated it to the point you can't hardly get it as a gardener. You just about have to be a farmer. But this is laying by the corn. I'm putting the last fertilizer to it. Actually a little bit late. It rained pretty good the other day, and the tassels has already started up. I was trying to get it done before it tasseled, and I'm close. It's alright. It hadn't jumped up and started trying to pollinate or nothing. It'd been a little easier the other day, but it rained for a couple of days. When it rained, the corn growed unbelievably. I pulled in the driveway after work one day and looked, and I said, my goodness, what happened to the corn? It didn't look like it was 4 foot tall. Now it's shoulder height in here. I've cut a trail on both sides. I'm going to sprinkle ammonium sulfate on each side. I'll take that back. I'm going to put ammonium sulfate on one side. I'm going to put calcium nitrate on the other side. We'll experiment. Seemed like I was short on something in the garden. I never could figure out what it was, and calcium nitrate's made a big difference in my plants. So I'm going to put a little bit on the corn. They really like ammonia nitrate or sulfate, either one, but if it's short on something, maybe the calcium is what it is. I just thought I'd show you that I'm going to get the push plow and I'm going to roll a little dirt over it. So I've got the push plowing done. I wished I could have had somebody hold the camera and while I done it. You get the general idea of a push plow. It's my little old one. You can see the plow set one way. I keep it kind of twisted one-sided because that throws the dirt that way. Like I said, I run down beside it, put ammonium sulfate in it. I went right to the other side of it, a little further away from the corn, throw dirt over the top of it. It pulls the grass back from the corn, puts fertilizer in, it pulls grass out. So you clean, you fertilize, and you roll more dirt to the corn in a couple of passes. This is a small problem. I planted potatoes a little close. I try to squeeze everything I can in my gardens. And the potatoes had fell over next to the corn, so push plowing was an experience in here. It would have been funny to be on the camera. But I got it done. You don't want the ammonium sulfate to touch the corn. Don't get it in the leaves or on it. So now I cut a groove beside it, kind of buried it. Because it's really strong and it will could kill it. Most time it just burns it really bad. If you get too much, it'll kill it. I've got a little more cleaning up to do, but that's how I lay by the corn. I cut a groove, drop the fertilizer, cut another groove, roll the dirt over on the final pass. That's laying by. Now the first fertilizing, I cut a groove, I put the fertilizer, and I throw as much dirt as I can to the corn. This time I laid it back a little bit. Just laid it back, in other words. Hope y'all have a good day. God bless.